Hello, my lovely angels. This is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi! You must be wondering why I look so different today. That's because I'm not wearing my lenses. You're gonna see a lot of changes in me. Last month, the reason why I disappeared for I don't know. I don't want to turn this video into a venting video, and that's not fair to you guys because you're spending your time and energy to hear me speak about perfumes. Instead, I don't want to rant, but let me just rant a little bit, yeah. So last month was chaotic. Chaotic is not the word. I've been dealing with stuff which is so crazy. Lot of changes happening, which probably you'll hear soon in my life, and Ali is traveling and my life without him, if he's not around, he's like my support pillar. If he's not around, I start breaking down. And maybe I'm going through a little bit of a mental breakdown right now. You have no idea how I got myself to start filming today, because I don't want to be unfair to brands because they have sent me perfumes, and if I don't deliver, that's not right either. So I needed to push myself and come online, but also to keep you guys posted. I know I should have at least posted a message on the community why I've not been around, but I had no time to breathe. Literally, I forgot to eat food at times. I forgot to use the loo at times. I've gone without washing my hair. I wash my hair every single day. I went without a hair wash for 2-3 days in a row. So I took the last weekend just for myself. I was like relaxed because I also caught a flu because of seasonal changes over here. I got my fibromyalgia attack, which has not happened for a very long time, and I was celebrating it, and unfortunately the celebration was very short-lived. So I thought, let me just take some time off and get my bearing back, but at the same time I had a lot of time to think and understand what I'm doing online. But going forward, I just want to be my authentic self. I don't know, I'm recording all this, I don't know if I'm going to post it or not, because I'm just going on ranting and I'm like, do they want to hear all this, But I always put timestamps. Just skip this part if you don't want to listen to me, ranting. But yeah, you might see some physical changes in me. I will probably not be wearing my lenses. Sometimes I will be wearing it. But I don't want to do anything anymore that does not make me feel like myself. All my therapy, everything goes down the drain when I don't actually follow certain protocols. So I hope you guys understand. See how my mood gets better when I start filming and I feel like I'm talking to you guys. It's insane. I was sulking and I was so there was a dark cloud above my head. Wherever I was going, that was happening. Now I just feel somehow, it's that thing. It's like me with my squad, my tribe, my people, my friends over here. I just know you guys are always looking out for me and will be there with me through thick and thin. Now let's get into some reviews, shall we? The first one. This is sent to me by Nusuk Perfumes a long time ago. I was supposed to post this a long time ago. They really take care of me. This brand, Riffs and Nusuk, they really take care of me. They're very kind people. Not to mention Nusuk. Now it's Nusuk Perfumes and Riffs Perfumes. Before it was Riffs and Nusuk, right? They have stepped up their game. I mean, stepped up. Look at this. This is their latest release, one of their latest releases, right? And it's called Saher. I'm sure you've seen this online. This is going viral everywhere because of the box. It's like a applique cutout. Very 3D, very nice, very Valentine. So I don't know if this was the wrong time for them to release this, because this makes for a very good gift for your girlfriend or something, but also for us girlies. That's the packaging. First of all, yes, it is plastic, but it is heavy enough not to topple. Plus, they have made sure that they made this platform so that it doesn't shake too much, But besides that, the bottle itself, super cutesy, very on theme. It has these, I don't know if you can see it or not, it has these little hearts all over. Looks like a chandelier or crystal or something. Plus, they've started adding this little notes inside, which is awesome because you have all the notes right there for you. No confusion what's online, what's on Fragrantica, what people are saying. In here, the top note is apple pulp, cassis, suede, accord, And then you have your Lily of the Valley, Jasmine Absolute, Rose Petal and Cashmere Wood. And in the base you have Ambergris, White Musk, Creamy Vanilla and Sweet Peach. On Fragrantica, somehow people are comparing this to Eden Juicy Apple. And for me, this is nothing like that at all. Yes, it's an apple perfume, but this is not the juicy apple that is your Kayali's perfume. Now, what I like about this perfume is that it is an apple perfume, but it has very mature notes. It's not juicy at all. Instead, it is smoky. And I'm not gonna say that it smells like shisha, maybe a little bit like vape. Plus, it has that suede note, right? Now, everybody who gets worried about suede, this is not really a leather suede kind of a thing, or doesn't smell like your suede purse or shoes or belt or jacket or something. It just adds a little bit of maturity, but you'll definitely smell the suede in it. And there's a little bit of smokiness. It has this cashmere smoothness going on in the background. It has creaminess, but it also has that ambergris, which is giving it this marine, not really marine, but like a little ozonic quality. And I don't know, I just like this perfume so much because it's tickling my girly girl side, but also not juvenile. Because trust me, going into the box, when I opened the box and when I opened this bottle and the setup and everything, I really thought this is going to be a very juvenile, maybe candy, maybe I thought it would be fruity candy kind of a perfume, and I was so freaking surprised. I so very much love this perfume right now. For everybody who's new on my channel, I have a little bit of a goth soul. I was very goth when I was younger and that has continued. So I do like my perfumes to have a dark, mature edge to it. Will I keep this perfume in this? No. I'm gonna store this properly over here. Hopefully we are moving. I don't know, there's so many things happening in life. So we are moving literally in a month or so, month and a half. And it's literally coinciding with Beauty World, which is like the busiest period for content creators. You can't imagine the number of events and everything. It's very chaotic. And my moving day it's literally in the same week. So I have no idea. Poor Ali. He will have to do everything. We are going to hire professional movers, so we don't have to touch anything. They'll literally replicate my setup right now. But hopefully the shelf will increase and I'll probably have my own space for filming and everything. Not right now in my bedroom the way I'm filming right now. And also I don't like collecting too many perfumes, right? So I have a lot of perfumes over here, and while I do love all of them, I do feel it's a little wasteful. You know, I appreciated the perfume and everything, but if I'm not, there's this thing I follow. If I don't use it for 3 months, whether it's clothes, whether it's jewelry, whether it's perfumes, a lot of other things as well, if I've not used it in 3 months, they have to go, because then I'm just wasting it, you know. And perfumes also have a shelf life, especially in Dubai, because it gets really hot. I can't keep the AC running 24/7. You do need to switch it off. And perfumes, trust me, when it's not with the right ingredients, they go bad real fast over here. Coming back to the review. This is gorgeous. It lasts long enough for me to enjoy on my skin. 7 to 8 hours. I sprayed both on my clothes and on my skin. Good thing is, because I had this little hiatus, I could try out all these perfumes properly, and I can actually passionately talk about what I like and what I don't. This is, when I started off reviewing this perfume, when I did the short, I think it was like 9 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10 for me now. The more I use it, the more I like it. Plus, I can wear this in summer, spring, fall, winter. Whenever I want to, I'll wear this. I can even wear this for date nights and everything, because it is a little bit romantic but not juvenile. The celebrity, instantly Megan Fox. Yeah, youthful days, Megan Fox. It's hot, it's nice, it's attractive, but it has a dark thing about it. So of course I thought of Jennifer's Body. Was that movie? The color perception for this, I would consider this to be a dark cherry. And that color for me, dark purple and that dark cherry color, or Merlot, I'll try to find the right name because sometimes my brain doesn't work, guys, I'm so sorry. But this is it. The temperature for this is neutral and the presence is moderate. Oh my goodness, I have so many good perfumes. I literally was thinking, this is kind of like my comeback video, so I was like, what should I do? And then I got this. French Avenue. Should I just do all my 10 out of 10s in this video? Let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna reshuffle my perfumes over here. But this is called Veneno Scarlet. I don't have the other ones from this. I know there's a Blanco and then the OG Veneno, which is the black one. I don't have those, but this one is apparently an inspiration for Venom Incarnate by Stefan Humbert. Another change in my life. Sorry, I'm digressing again, but not writing notes anymore. I'm just doing everything impromptu because I don't have time to make notes, although that was easier and more efficient. But for now, I'm just going to be impromptu and say whatever comes to mind. Bear with me. Plastic, heavy, with this like serpent. I know a lot of people don't like the serpent on there, but I like it. And that's how it looks like when it opens. Weirdly enough, I don't know if like this is like the Kilian thing, because I know Kilian has boxes like this, but I just love this because this has like a reptilian finish and it's just so gorgeous. I cannot throw this. I know I'm going to use this bottle, so I don't need to save the case, but I will save the case. And this is the bottle. Look at that. Look at that. Like the attention to detail, yeah? Like every side of it, it has something or the other going on. And the perfume itself, 10 out of 10. This is probably my favorite release of the year. That's how much I like this perfume. I think it retails for $55. I'm not too sure, but I'll put the prices on the screen as usual. Let me tell you the notes for it first. Top notes, strawberry, blackberry, caramel. In the middle you have cedar, raspberry and cinnamon. And in the base you have leather, caramel, vanilla, patchouli, tonka bean and fir. What I smell in this is definitely your berries. But again, the berries are jammy. The caramel is there, but not like in a gourmand caramel way. It's just adding a little bit of thickness to that initial juice. Then you have like a little bit of cinnamon to spice things up, but that leather note over here again. Now it's not leather for me. This smells more suede-like than leather, and it's done to perfection. The ratio of the woodiness in this perfume with that animalic note of leather and your fruity notes with gourmands. The patchouli and fir in the base are adding this dry, earthy facet. I don't know, it's just so beautiful. This perfume is, I don't know, it did something to me. I just, I cannot stop smelling it. I cannot stop wearing it. Well, I've not worn it a lot, but there are a lot of perfumes around. Been trying all of them. My little hiatus did me good. And I'm absolutely obsessed with this bottle. I mean, it smells niche in quality. Maybe not the ingredients, but definitely feels like a perfume you've not smelled before. Since it's being inspired by Stefan Humbert, you know there'll always be a DNA, usually, that is unique. And this is definitely a very, very unique perfume. And one of the reasons why I'm so obsessed with it, because it's such a change. It's such a change, right? Like when I smell this, I'm like, yes, I have not smelled this before. It gets me excited. It's unique perfume. Priced right, feels good. That's what I want. I don't want all the brands doing the same perfumes all over again and again and again, you know. So yes, this is a massive 10 out of 10. Men can pull this off, but I feel this is femme fatale, woman. It has something Middle Eastern in it. Like there's something there right at the back. It's a smokiness, I feel, that gives it that little Middle Eastern, you know. The projection, 2 to 3 feet. Longevity, 7 to 8 hours. Celebrity, I would give this to a younger Monica Bellucci. You should have seen this coming. Like, like these dark, deep perfumes that I like, they will normally have Megan Fox or, you know, dark feminine actresses or actors or pop stars or whoever who carries this dark feminine energy, giving me that for sure. I can't wait to make that updated vampire collection thingy. I think I have a couple of good contenders for that video. Color perception. I think this is the right color, but this is a very tomato red. I'm going to make it like a darker red. The temperature is neutral and the presence is moderate to bold, depending on how much you spray. What do we have next? See, I'm trying to do the perfumes which I'm like really liking, right? So now everything is like jumbled up. Okay, let's go for this one. Dynasty by Lattafa. Did I already review this for you guys? I have no idea. I'm so lost, you know, because I've come back from a break. So I'm not showing off the box too much because like it's like a regular box, but it does have this little... Should I destroy it? No, okay, let me not. It'll haunt me at night. And that's the bottle. Initially, because of that little thingy inside, I thought it was a perfume oil or something, and I tried to open it like that, but it's... I wish this was a copper or gold thing instead of the silver, but it's okay. It still looks nice to me. The perfume itself, so on Fragrantica, this has got 4.73 because obviously people are liking it, including myself. Top notes are bergamot, ginger, raspberry, clary sage and nutmeg. Middle notes are rooibos tea, which is the main note in this, along with suede. And in the base you have cashmere, amberwood and cedarwood. So this is like a aromatic, fresh rooibos tea perfume with a base of woody notes and a little bit of suede. And I am enjoying this perfume. Opening, super fresh, ginger, bergamot, along with those aromatics of clary sage, hint of nutmeg. I can barely smell the raspberry, to be honest with you. It's probably there, like a little berry note in the background, but not really like up front. What you smell in the opening is literally the bergamot, ginger and the clary sage. Then, as it settles down, literally as this spray is settling down, you get the rooibos tea. If you've ever had rooibos tea, you know it has like a flavor. Not many people like the rooibos tea, I personally do. And then you have your suede and cashmere in it. Adding this rich vibe. This is the part where it starts feeling like royalty, right? Dynasty, I think it was created by a perfumer who's Oriental. And I think he was going for that Oriental dynasty. I don't know what the actual word is for that. But you know, not the English royalty, Oriental royalty. That kind of vibe. And it is rich. It smells like scarlet. It smells like drapes. And then you have like a lot of like woods surrounding this palace or whatever. It actually encapsulates that entire thing, what I just said. If you're looking for a unique tea fragrance, I love tea perfumes, right? But they have to be right. Last obsession was Gris Charnel, so you know how much I like my tea. This one, again, is tea, but instead of your sandalwood and all that, you have like aromatics, spices, freshness and your suede. So definitely for people who love tea perfumes, in my opinion, this is a safe blind buy. But do try it out, okay? I always tell people, don't take your word for any perfume reviewers. I'm not a professional perfumer, nor am I a person very fluent with words that can actually describe perfumes to the T to make you understand. My perception of perfumes might be very different from yours, so try it for yourself. But for me, this is like absolutely amazing. Retails for only $35 for 100 ml. Amazing. This is again a 10 out of 10 for me. This is definitely unisex. Again, this is suitable for all weather. I can't stop myself from spraying this even in summer in Dubai heat. The projection is like 2 to 3 feet. Longevity is a decent 7 hours. And the more it's sitting, the color is getting darker and it's lasting longer and longer the more it sits. And Daniel Day Pham, I'm not sure if I'm getting his name right. Maybe I don't remember it right. He has like this very royalty kind of presence and everything, and that's the person that came in mind to me. The color perception, I would go for an earthy green for the color perception for this. Trying to find the right one because it's not a bright green. This is like, although it has like a lot of freshness in the perfume, but this ginger herbal kind of green, not sure what it's called. Sage green maybe? No, it's not sage green, something else. I'll put it up for you. The temperature is warm and the presence is moderate. I don't even know how many perfumes I've done because I'm going in random order over here. There's some on the bed as well. What should I try? Since this is like a 10 out of 10 thing. Yep, Arabiat. Okay, I have 2 over here. Arabiat Prestige. As usual. Kicking it. Releasing perfumes after perfumes. And you have their recent release, which is the Kohl Luminous and Kohl Opulence. I thought this was like a his and her thingy because of the colors. But these are both unisex perfumes and I'll tell you why. Let's start with the Kohl Luminous. That's how it opens. Another thing about Arabiat Prestige, their packaging always on point. Look at that. Unique, different, not tacky, good for the shelf, not taking up too much space. I love it. I love it. I love a little taller bottles. This is a God of Fire inspiration, but a much darker, a much more herbal God of Fire. You know God of Fire, you have your ginger, you have florals, you have your mango, which is your prominent note. In this, somehow, they have made it again quite oriental. It's kind of reminding me of lean. Actually, it's reminding me very much of lean. Did they have the notes thingy in here? No. Oh, they have the notes over here. Top notes: ginger, mango, lemon and rhubarb. So this is your opening. Clearly a mango with a lot of ginger, sharp rhubarb and lemon. Thank goodness rhubarb not with the rose, so it's not bothering me at all. And the mango is almost smelling like the skin of the mango as opposed to the pulp of the mango. It also smells a little bit like a green mango. The green mango, but the sweet one. If you know, you know that green mango. In the middle you have jasmine, violet, praline and pink pepper. Praline, toned down, quiet, just adding a bit of like that gourmand background. But the interesting part is the combination of that jasmine with violet. It's making the perfume smell exotic. The florals are smelling exotic over here. You know, I normally don't appreciate violet or iris because either it can get too powdery or too candy-like. The violet candy thingy, which I don't like. But this one, it's giving it elegance and it's just right. This is the reason why iris and violet or orris should be added to a perfume, to give it this luxurious feeling. And then you also have pink pepper. Pink pepper being one of my favorite notes, right? From the spices, probably pink pepper is my favorite note of all. I see pink pepper in a perfume. In the base, you have cedar wood along with ambergris and moss and tonka bean. So tonka bean, I don't know where it is over here. It's there somewhere. But I feel over here, it's slightly woody, but those marine notes of ambergris with moss, coastal, but not with the sand. This is the rocks and moss kind of vibe. And that's the perfume for you. I hope I'm making sense. You know, I feel in my heart that I'm making sense. I will find out while editing if I'm making sense or not. Every time I smell a perfume like this, Lean gave me that feeling. Lean was an instant love for me. And this is quite close to Lean, by the way. So choose one of the two. If you like that DNA a lot, go for both. Because Lean is a little bit more of, because of that turmeric in it. So you have ginger turmeric, so it smells a little bit more herbal and somewhat lighter. Over here you have a little bit of darkness. And I feel this is a theme for Arabia. They like making the perfumes a little darker. They'll take any DNA and give it that dark edge. And I like that about them. So Kohl Luminous is a 10 out of 10 for me. This I feel will suit a woman more. But a guy can pull this off as well. So I'm going to call this a unisex perfume. No Middle Eastern vibe. The projection is around 2 feet. The longevity is 7 hours for sure. I would prefer wearing this in transitional weather. So maybe spring or fall. But that's not going to stop me from wearing this in all weather. Because sometimes I just want to smell good. And I stay indoor most of the time. So I'll probably be wearing this all the time. And just like I had assigned Lean to Michelle here, I'm going to assign Kohl Luminous to her as well. Now, this perfume has a brother, which is the Kohl Opulence. And I was very intrigued. I was like, please let this be a goth perfume. Again, same packaging. And then I saw online that this is a blue talisman inspiration. I was a little disappointed when I read that. But when I tried the perfume, I was like, Arabia, thank you, you know. So this is blue talisman, but with a lot of dark woods. You must be thinking, Simin, why aren't you using your strips today? I couldn't be bothered. Yes, this is the blue talisman DNA for sure. But it has accentuated animalic notes, woody notes, dark woods like oud, but it's not listed, I'm sure. Let me just read the notes. Okay. Again, it has ginger and bergamot in the opening, just like the other one, but the vibe is completely different. In this, from the beginning, I feel ginger along with an ambery base. That amber starts from the beginning till the base. So this is your ginger, but it's not sharp. It's more toned down because of that sweet amber. And then it has pear and bergamot along with it. In the middle you have orange blossom, jasmine and woody notes. This is like very, very like discreet, like woody notes. It could be anything, right? But you have like mild florals. This is not like you'll smell the white florals a lot. It's there very, very mildly. Just adding a little bit of, let's just call it like, otherwise the perfume would be very, very dark and serious. This is giving it a different dimension and it's perfectly done. And in the base you have musk, vanilla and ambery notes, which is your dry down. But honestly, I am smelling some kind of leather in this as well along with oud. It's not mentioned anywhere over here, but definitely very prominently Middle Eastern, which is why I'm going to say this has a high Middle Eastern vibe. Now this perfume for a lot of people will be considered masculine, but in my opinion this is very much a Middle Eastern leaning unisex perfume that you can use on its own or you can layer it up. By the way, these two layered together, this layered with like any perfume which is slightly girly girl, oh my god, instantly turns everything to a goth dark perfume. It gives it that vibe, but it is not let's just call it not obnoxious. I'm filming after such a long time that I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or not. You know, it's like starting from scratch, but I know you guys will always be kind to me, you know. Let me finish this one first, sorry. This is a very blue perfume, but think if that blue perfume had like these dark facets to it of oud and of leather. I did not use the word suede because this definitely feels like leathery to me. It does have an animalic side, it definitely has a dark side, and somehow it feels like Kohl. Kohl is like what I'm using inside my eye, but the real Kohl is made out of some stone, and it's like ground to like fine powder. Then they mix like a carrier oil, I don't know, something, I don't know how it's made, but you know, it has a distinct smell to it. I don't know how they've managed to capture that essence of like this dark Kohl. It's reminding me of that, and I am in awe of this perfume. And again, this is a massive 10 out of 10 for me. Projection 4 to 5 feet, longevity 8+ hours, of course, because of those notes that I mentioned to you. You definitely do need to dress up very well to wear this perfume. You can't casually like wear this perfume and expect to get like positive response. You need to also like carry it well. I hope it's making sense. If I do the bakhur, the incense, by the way, I'm going to make a video for that as well very, very soon. So that, and I'll do it slower this time, but I will do that soon. I know I'm not going to get much views on that, but just because I want to continue doing things that makes me feel passionate about having a channel, I'll do that. Yeah. If I do the bakhur on myself, the smoky thing, and then if I spray this perfume, Middle Eastern royalty. Literally Middle Eastern royalty for me. The celebrity, I don't want to assign a celebrity to this. I would give it to actually Prince Fazza. You know, all the girls in UAE, like he's like married now, so no, he's not the most eligible bachelor anymore, but he's still somebody who people absolutely love, right? Prince Fazza is our what do you call it, treasure in the UAE. If you go through his profile, you'll understand he's very he's a philosopher, he's a poet, he's a photographer. He's very much into taking care of himself. He's very active. He participates in endurance races and everything. He's of course the Prince of Dubai. That's like all in all very ideal prince and that's why I feel this will probably go to Prince Fazza. The color perception for this will be the Kohl color. I don't know what it's called, granite? No, it's called something else. It's not slate either, but I know it's like a mineral name, and I'll put that for you over here. The temperature for this is cool and the presence is bold. Well, that's all for today. I know guys, just bear with me till I realign myself. I don't think I've ever shown you a crazier side of me. Definitely because of the fear that people can give you a lot of disrespect online. People feel like they can comment whatever they want online. As much as I try not to allow it to bother me, subconsciously it affects you somewhere or the other. The words always have an effect on everybody, whether we like it or not, you know. Anything that you put out in the universe has some effect, yeah. And sometimes I just don't be vulnerable because I don't want to burden anybody with, you know, everybody has their own things going on. So I don't like to burden other people with things that I'm going through, you know. We love and respect each other, but you should never become a burden on anybody. I hope you're not going to mind like all the physical changes that I'm doing. I mean, it's not a big deal. I just took out my lenses. Look at me, I'm acting like, but don't be surprised if tomorrow you see me in glasses and probably not wearing this, and you know, maybe I'm wearing something completely different. Please just be open to allowing me to be myself, you know, because I'm not a rock. I will change as I go through life. But the most important thing for me is to be genuine and relaxed, so that when I'm sitting in front of the camera and talking to my friends, I be myself, and that makes a whole world of difference. Then it does not become a burden to film, because I'm not pretending to be somebody else, you know. So thank you again. Oh, by the way, while I was away, my channel hit 30k. Someone messaged me, Simi, you hit 30k, and I was completely unaware, thinking that I'm like 26,000 or something. That's how much I am not bothered about the numbers, you know. But because I was absent for such a long time, my financials like dipped like crazy, and that is another stress. Oh my gosh, let me not go into it again. Anywho, just wanted to say thank you for helping me out to reach my 30k. It means the world to me, and trust me, I cannot like thank one by one. I literally know people who've been there with me since the beginning, or people who've joined me recently, but they have consistently been there for me, supporting me. Your words, they all have been, it's registered, you know. So when I'm talking to you, I'm remembering your names. For whoever I've seen their DPs, I'm remembering your face. People who WhatsApp me or sometimes message me on Instagram, all your words resonate with me. All your support gives me strength. Please remember that I appreciate you so much. Please don't ever think I take you for granted. This is something I will never do with anybody, ever. If I've called you my tribe, if I've called you my squad, I will be with you too, just like that, and be my best self, yeah? Now let me not get too emotional, because this channel is not about emotions, you know? Well, this video was like totally like... Anyhow, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye!